reached the Western Conference Finals, each of home their first title in franchise history.
The Wolves are down by 7 points.
Kicks out to Ant, runs into Holiday. Pull-up mid-range jumper with 3 on the shot clock, and he sticks it. Fires the 3 and hits it. The Wolves are steps back, 3-ball. He got it. 39 for Edwards. Wolves in front. Step back, 21-footer. He got it! He just sealed the deal with 6.8 seconds left. Edwards cashes in on the pull-up mid-range jumper.
One-on-one all night, all right?
We always knew, and we're looking forward to the action in this, the home opener. We are in downtown Minneapolis, and we have 2 elite, and Anthony Edwards. He's back after a 3-game absence. One of the elite scorers in this league. We got a good one coming up right here.
Keep working on all the things we want to work on, and then to get a win.
They say familiarity breeds conference finals last season. Minnesota wants to prove to themselves it's a new year, while the Thunder.
You know, I know Coach Finch didn't want to get kicked out right there, but
He sparked us, honestly. He sparked us. He shouldn't have to, but that gave us a lot of life throughout the game.
Plus the hoop. He'll attack Wallace. Edwards hanging and goes window shopping. Edwards working on Wallace. Step back, fires. Blocked at the rim by Edwards. Minnesota, they trailed 107-104, closed the game on an 8-0 run.
Showdown between Anthony Edwards and does Ant have an answer? Wolves Knicks for the second and final time this season.
Edwards directs his celly in the direction of Bridges. As Edwards got the 2-hand flush. Poke away! Edwards the steal! Edwards the hammer! Edwards to the rack! Get up, 5!
The horn will sound here at Target Center. The 71st meeting. Nothing but net. Anthony Edwards makes it a 12-0 Timberwolves run.
How about that pass? Rifle to Edwards. Gobert with the court vision.
Reverse layup, up and in for Edwards. He's up to 27 points.
Count it and put him on the line. And Edwards with a message for the crowd.
The horn sounds here in Miami. They respond with one of their... Look out, Edwards throws it down with 2 hands. And he'll pop on the 3, and there's the 30-piece for Anthony Edwards. So the Wolves will finish a 4-game road trip with a 3-1 record. The venue for tonight's Western Minnesota Timberwolves and acting head coach Edwards splits 2, up off the glass. They're gonna count it. It's an and 1 for Ant, and a little dance to get himself going. Edwards rises. And hits! The step back, the hezzy, the three. 4-point game. Timeout San Antonio.
Flex that muscle.
Back to Ant. 10 to shoot. Spin to the baseline. The rise. Oh, the lead for the first time tonight. From 19 down to up 2. Edwards against Wembanyama. Finds a seam. Puts it in off the glass for 2. The ball game is over. The biggest comeback of the season. The Wolves rally from 19 down to stun the Spurs.
Spurs return to the court on Sunday after their Saturday game.
Leading of the two, 111.
As Edwards hits the turnaround J.
The Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves are playing the second half of a back-to-back. They got the win in Dallas. The Western Conference clashing tonight in Minneapolis.
Again, I think sport does a really good job of bringing so many different people together. We're wearing these shirts and we feel exactly how they feel. We drive down the same.
Team you have to measure yourself against. Big game for Minnesota tonight.
Timberwolves fans don't sit until the first bucket. Edwards nails it from long range to get the scoring started. Edwards, pull up pop.
Forum, the venue for tonight's beginning of.
Guys heading in. No letdowns.
Edwards got the hoop and the harm. He's going to the free throw line for an and one. Swings it out to Edwards. And holds up, fakes Williams. Pulls up from 18 and hits again. Here's Ant looking to answer back. Decelerates, got the bucket. They give the continuation. I think they do. They defeat the Grizzlies. Led by as many as 20 with 33 tonight.
Sit at the edge of their seats.
12 on the shot clock. Wolves down by 2. Crowd rising to their feet. Edwards working on Wallace. Step back, fires.
The Minnesota team, he's carrying himself like the superstar that he is. Ignore the firepower. Ant-Man attacking the rim like it's personal. Fold. They've got too much talent, as Ant eased his way back into the lineup with 8. The T-Wolves kept their composure, coasting to a #1 belonged to Ant-Man. He dropped 12 points into them a 34-22 first quarter lead.
Ant leads the break, stop and pop, straight away 3, in! Here's Ant, stop and pop, left side, 3, got it! It didn't even touch the rim! Out to Ant, open left side, triple, got it!
But dominant, 123-111 victory.
So you guys follow up your longest losing streak since 2022, having now won 3 in a row. What's changed?
With 12 in the opening period.
And sidesteps to his left, fires and hits. Edwards got the hoop and the harm.
Floated for another 13 in the third, making that lead grow to 18 coming into the fourth.
18 indicates that.
The Minnesota Timberwolves, but it seems like something has clicked. Many has flipped the vibe, and the biggest reason is Anthony Edwards turning into a full-blown offensive menace.
Edwards on the move now, down the lane, he'll rise and hammer!
He attacks lanes as if there are no defenders. He rises for threes with no hesitation. And is their streak many-headed? That's when Ant-Man made it his personal mission to bring the Wolves back. He played the entire third quarter and dropped 19 points.
Edwards stops for 3 and drills it.
And with many still down late in the fourth, Edwards kept going. A deep 3 to keep the Wolves in it? Bet.
Edwards wants a tie. Cash!
With buckets and dimes to seal the dub for the Wolves. Minnesota rallies back to beat New Orleans. It's true what they say. Not all heroes wear capes. Picked to 5 guys for the entire fourth quarter. And again, it proved to be. But the first half didn't go exactly the way they
Greatest young stars in the NBA, mixing highlight reel dunks with feel like a show.
Edwards splits the defense. 2 hands.
After dropping 11 in the first half, he was good for another 10 in the third.
Edwards got a little bit of a runway into the paint. Layup with the left hand, he got it. And right side, yes. 21 for Edwards, that's his
fourth, up by a comfortable 17 points. And that was when it happened. At the 6:54 mark, he knocked down a step-back jumper from 13 feet away, which made it official.
Step back along the baseline, got it for 10,000.
With that shot, he became the third youngest player in NBA history to get to 10,000 career points after the King and the Slim Reaper. They would eventually get the dub 131 to 122.
The scoring comes natural to him in a lot of ways.
Mini started off slow and ended the opening period. Unfortunately, their shooting woes continued all the way to the second. The Ant-Man dropped 8, but they shot just 33.3% from a high of 19, and Ant-Man 3 brought the lead down to 4.
Edwards rises and hits the step back, the head.
The go-ahead basket was also care of the 24-year-old phenom, but Anthony Edwards was ready.
Edwards against Wembanyama, finds a seam, puts it in off the glass for 2. Minnesota back in front.
17 seconds on the game clock, he sank a cold-blooded floater that won them the game 104 to 103. The cherry on top of a wild week in the life of the Ant-Man.
This was an incredibly important victory for you guys, and how did you get it done? So tell us about your attack on the basket at the end when Wemby's on you, and I know you live for those moments, but what were you thinking?
I told TJ when it was like 3 minutes left, I said...
Ant was a force as usual. Lit up the scoreboard.
Dribbles into the pull-up 3 and sticks it. And dribbles into the 3 and hits it again. 7 for 12 from beyond the arc. And back in a big way. Got it back. He's got a hoist. Wow.
They are created. Instead, it's the way teams move and how the offense operates that matters a lot more. But it is also great offense comes down to making the right decisions at the right time.
And the following is a step-by-step analysis of what will go down as the best Christmas showdown of all time.
Anthony Edwards trying to keep Minnesota in the game.
Pass left side, they set up and off the Rudy screen. He pops out a 3 and strokes it.
While Santa Claus was delivering buckets like holiday gifts.
Gets it in, turning a 3 for the tie. Good! Anthony Edwards with 1.1 second to go in regulation.
Minnesota has to have a three-pointer. McDaniels looks in, throws it off over to Edwards for 3. Got it! And we have bonus basketball in Denver.
But Ant then drained a huge turnaround corner 3 with a second left that booked some extra time for Mini.
McDaniels to trigger in, to Ant in the corner, turns, fires on the 3. He got it! 1.1 left to play. Hey, Anthony Edwards has tied the game! Anthony Edwards has tied the game!
Anthony Edwards' shot looks sweet tonight.
And you're going to see different versions of him getting the basketball now with Mike Conley on the floor.
Loaded up the floor in transition.
Brown unable to convert there, and Edwards.
An Ant came in, but Ant's shot.
Opening period delivered top-tier NBA Christmas Day explosiveness.
Here's Edwards behind the screen, trailing the 3, and the first lead for the Timberwolves early.
Went head-to-head in an insane shootout for 25 points, allowing them to
stagger screen and sidestep to cut it to a one-possession game.
Behind the screen, Edwards with a 3.
And sent a message by bumping Watson out of the frame and opening the bank on the holiday.
Stays hot, using the glass to open overtime.
And his cape was on as Ant-Man pulled up from deep, pushing the run to 9-0.
But Anthony Edwards
witness
with a three-pointer, matching the triple to tie it at the end of regulation, and Minnesota leads by 9.
Shout the Christmas showdown.
Clock starts. Edwards right to the rack with the flush. Here.
Keep it away from him.
the league in scoring. And Anthony Edwards, he's back after a 3-game absence. One of the elite scorers in this league. We got a good one coming up right here on Prime.
And it was back and forth all game long. Edwards, huge three.
Level basketball tonight for the second time this season. Edwards all smiles. He's happy to be back.
A little bit testing the strengths of his superior powers. Huge three to start the game for him in terms of the confidence, but already.
Close first half in Minnesota. Anthony Edwards has 8 points. The Timberwolves trail the Thunder by 3. Ooh, that's pretty. Second half is coming up next.
Sure. He's back. Now they can't miss.
Off from the three-point line as they've knocked down 4-3.
Reason why OKC shot 50% in the first quarter, as you see Edwards going to work on Caruso. Away for the Thunder. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards, 17 points in his return after entertainment presented by Experience Abu Dhabi. Anthony Edwards, 21 and 9 in 35 minutes, Bone.
Yeah, finding his rhythm the last few buckets. He got a quick rest, and Mike Honori is not going to risk anything fouled.
A.J. Mitchell picking up the foul. That's going to recovers. 12 on the shot clock. Wolves down by 2. Crowd rising to their feet. Edwards working on Wallace. Step back, fires. Cash! 1-point ball game. Wolves on top. Do not miss the finale. Clifton. And how about this?
What an unbelievable shot against one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. And the step back, the three, and the crowd goes delirious.
Edwards on both ends got the three to put Minnesota ahead. And what happened here?
Just winning plays and the great late lead to get to Shea, knocking that one away. It's still. Wow.
The building is erupting.
The defense on one of the best finishers. McDaniels gets to the free throw. Look at the hands here. I was with you, Grady. I would have fouled. You used enough time there, but
because I never go for the tie. I heard Gilbert Arenas not too long ago say, I'm ready. I'm trying to go home, so I'm going for the game every time.
Can you take me inside that huddle along with your play, your leadership? Our cameras caught you in a third quarter that saw 10 lead changes alone. What were
Wayfair, Taylor Rose, Blake Griffin, Steve Nash, you notice, has them right after this.
Physicality OKC's known for, leading to opportunities at the other end.
And a big part of it from the two.
Yeah, and just that left arm, especially into the face there.
And they're going to take a look at this, I think. Now, it's every time somebody gets hit above the shoulders, we're going to go over and take a look at it. He didn't throw an elbow at him.
Exactly. And it slows our game down.
It does.
Let's call the foul. Let's keep playing.
Star behavior right here. He understands the moment and he took control right away. This is the first three of the game out there. Great defensive play by them, and understands how to control the game. This is a guy who's shooting over 41% from the three on the ball like that. You can't play him honest. Once the three balls start falling, it becomes unguardable. And he
game high 40-point Sixers beat the Kings. All right, after break, Anthony Edwards has a team high 12 points. The Timberwolves lead the Thunder by 13, and the second half is coming up next.
Thanks so much, Allie. Can the Timberwolves maintain it?
But no problem for SGA.
And then in a game this season, they've been firing from all angles. Wolves. Double-double for Gobert.
Well, a well-deserved appreciation from the fans here in the Target Center. And then there's that lefty floater off the glass. What can he do?
Yeah, he liked it.
He did like it.
Good birthday, but it is her birthday.
Yeah. Julius Randle got to give him a little bit more help, and that is getting into the paint, right? Doing what he does. penetrating, getting inside the paint, helping his teammates out on the perimeter. Is a player that if he has to do it, go for 40, he could do that as well.
7 of 10 from the floor. Had just 26 combined the last couple of games. Yeah, 21 in just the first. State of Minnesota behind you as well. An impressive offensive first half for the Ant-Man. Wanted more there and won. It's a 4-point game at the first.
In the third, things are getting expectedly chippy here. And one of the best in the game, showing off the entire arsenal. One palm, 28 points so far tonight.
And he hasn't had to force anything. It's been quick decisions, a mix of everything. 3-point layups, left hand finishes. Let me have this dance. Scoop me. Thank you very much. Nice little layup. Dunn's looking like what I do. You didn't beat him to
NBC Sports Crew. I'm No Eagle saying so.
Steam is steaming. See right here. You're not in position. That's not a defensive play. Too much contact. Great job by Ant finishing through.
And that's the 5th foul on Ryan Dunn.
And that's what you do. You know they're down bodies. Use their own pace against them. They like to push it when they're on offense. I don't think anybody likes to play with high pace getting back on defense.
But with Minneapolis, a fantastic.
That is attractive basketball. Okay, Cook mode.
Time before he starts chefing at the top level.
And you're not lying right here. Step back right there, just too smooth, too silky for the score. Anthony Edwards, he feeling good. He cooking up something right here.
He had a job to do, being on the bench.
One game. I love this one game thing.
I think you just wear that jacket next time.
Way to make them shots.
Anthony Edwards is making shots.
I love you.
5 of 10 for the Wolves. Going to the 4th. Wolves up a 111-84. Needless to say, big performances tonight. Ant's been a big part of it.
He's been really good. After a little bit of a slow start for Anthony Edwards, he's doing his thing. 26 in the game. Not a super efficient night, but it definitely ludicrous range. I mean, he's by the logo out here. I mean, that is the definition of downtown right there. Julius again tracks down a loose ball and fires it up to Ant, and the fast break points are piling up for Minnesota. They got 16 in the game.
Time now for our Toyota game summary. Anthony Edwards has come in and pretty much done what is expected of him night in and night out. 26 points, 7 of 16 from the field, 5 of 11 from deep. Started off cold, but got
The team they were a season ago. New York. So, I mean, Ant just never got back on track. Coming back from injury, Ant might have a bad game on the first game coming back, but the second game, he's going to get back on track.
We're headed to the second next. FanDuel Sports Network.
And so it gets you into a rhythm. And I think it's the same thing with Anthony Edwards. You can't always, they're trying to press up on you. They're running. Chasing it down, the behind-the-back pass, the quick pass by DiVincenzo to Edwards. And the flex. He's saying, yeah, Jim Pete, you're right. I'm the only guy that's gotten Jokic 11. But other guys have stepped up for Minnesota, too. So Minnesota is... Anthony Edwards on his way to the rim that time, using the fancy dribble. Ways that he can score the basketball at all 3 levels, taking Derek White into the post, into the torture chamber for the crab dribble drop step for 2 points.
That's a superstar. That's what that is. Drew Carter and Brian Scalabrine after Ant tosses this one down. The ball's on the floor. He picks it up from the ground, hits nothing but net. And the look on their faces, just looking down away from us, was pretty funny. Because we've seen it on the other end. They could, I'm sure, look at us the last 3 games, Alan, and look at our facial expressions for the same reasons. But it's fun to be on the winning part of that play. I mean, that's just an amazing play by Anthony Edwards. You're going to put together a highlight pack of him in the second half here. Of all the incredible plays that he's won on,
to help Minnesota build a lead here.
14 with 11 as well. Wolves. Anthony Edwards was a part of that hot start.
He certainly was.
It may have been that hot start.
He had a 29-point half in the first half, and came back out, got the first bucket right away, and he had his 30-point game, so he's got 8 in a row against the Utah Jazz, which is just an astounding number. He's been on point after having kind of an off night. That good game was a warm-up for him.
Fourth assist for Randall on a main three here in the first half. He sets up and who's got 17.
Percentage shot, so off the catch, he's cutting to the basket and then drives it and then sets it.
As Mitch Johnson's going to clear the bench here. But Edwards, hadn't scored in the fourth quarter. The Wolves have been lighting it up without it.
Often you see a player snake twice in a pick and roll that time.
How many times did he get fouled there?
He snakes back to his left and then snakes back. Spend a total clinic on both ends of the floor by Minnesota.
5 straight 30-point games for this man, Anthony Edwards. 13 of 18 shooting. He's going to go up. He's 4 of 6 from deep. Free throw line, just 2.
That time, I'm not sure he knows who Carter Bryant even is at this juncture. He's going to find out.
That's an out-of-state
hot shot.
Wide open threes this year, Anthony Edwards.
Again, Anthony Edwards lining it up from outside the arc. Last couple possessions. If you're going to give him that kind of space, he's going to take it all day long.
Again, San Antonio finished making 8 of their last 9 shots, but Edwards keeping the Wolves in the hunt. Down 4 going to the fourth. And 47% from deep. His first of many threes coming up here tonight.
Man, Anthony Edwards drives in, two-hands it here in Salt Lake City, Minnesota 21, Utah 17.
But Keontae George really running the show. The Jazz take a...
His jump shot is his pump fake. His pump fake looks like he's getting ready to raise up. The way he gets on
the mask and it comes up and gets him right in the nose. The reaction from Edwards. Last Jazz turnover.
We're going to lose confidence in his shot. Doesn't matter how many he misses. Minnesota, and also we've seen Minnesota lose some games. See him go over 10, 11, whatever it is. But he always has confidence the next one's going to go in, and I think it's I don't know what that's probably the law of 80-20, right? So like 80%.
Ants had a couple of big dunks here in this building. That was impressive around
Yes,
Filipowski.
6 assists for Julius Randle. Anthony Edwards, 10 points in the last 4 minutes, 30 seconds of regulation. Wolves win game number 1. .41 from Ant. Wolves get a 4-point win over their division rival. Post game next.
He's got Tumani one-on-one. The two have had words for one another throughout this game. And he just took his time, sold the drive, which you have to risk it even half a step on you. You have to respect the drive. And what Edwards did over the last couple...
As reliable as the cars themselves. You see Anthony Edwards drain that 3 against Portland earlier this season. How about the Wolves' 3-point shooting number?
JG is guarding Anthony Edwards. Edwards is going to step on his shoe right there, trip his foot up, in addition to the contact with the arm. Both Edwards and Randall.
And the Minnesota Timberwolves in clutch time. And their record to be in 46 was huge. That's a good no-cons, 41 points. And taking on his college teammate, Tumani Camara, and winning. They were loaded up on him, and he was able to shake himself free. Julius Randle's in that corner and is emptying, taking Jeremy Grant out of there.
And Joe Ingles just turned to the crowd behind the scorers table and said, "We got the best player. We've got the best player."
Everybody should be on their feet.
See what his career, he's gotten better every year, though. We talked about this at Target Center. With 13 points his first year, 16 the next, and
step back 3 for Edwards straight away. That's his 8th step back of the season.
Anthony Edwards. Timeouts.
Imagination perfectly at peace, so I move along a bit higher. I'll be up a bit away, cause they gon' judge me anyway, so whatever. I'll be up a bit away, cause in the end they'll judge me anyway, so whatever. You ready, dude?
I'm ready, Slick. Are you?
Oh yeah, break it down.
Edwards on a run, got the lay-in and the foul. 30 plus for the 5th straight game, longest streak of his career. And got clear and got the lane over Sohan. Edwards again wide open and buries it again. Block shot, little first here at the end of the quarter. And to score the last 6 and 9 of the last 11. He drives in, splits 2 and lays it in off the window.